Oklahoma Senator James Lankford joins me now. Mr. Senator, does this deal bring a wider, all-encompassing Mideast peace?
Oh, it definitely makes the first very large step. Saudi Arabia, other nations are not going to work towards normalization until the conflict with Gaza ended. So it's very significant to be able to get into this conflict, at least the first step to the end of it, to get hostages home, to get Hamas not in control of Gaza.
I've been saying that this is a diplomatic triumph for our president. I'm waiting to hear from any Democrat. I don't know whether you have or not, but I've seen nobody on the Democrat side of the aisle offering any kind of congratulations or praise whatsoever. Have you?
They are terrified of doing anything that would say anything positive of President Trump. The responsibility from the hardcore left is to oppose everything Trump supports. Literally, he is actually fighting for peace in the region, which everyone in the world should be excited about. But Democrats are so afraid of their far left base, they can't actually say it out loud.
Extraordinary stuff. Next one, sir. Has there been any progress on the shutdown? Because we are hearing there's a measure being put forward bipartisan that would extend the healthcare subsidies for 1 year. You heard about this? Is it going forward?
Yeah, that has been floated and, quite frankly, been floated and put down on it. The focus now is a bipartisan effort to be able to say, how do we get to the appropriations process? How do we actually work through the set of bills that are being put forward on this? Susan Collins has been a major negotiator on this to try to figure out how do we bring some people together to be able to do this. So, yes, there is bipartisan work going on, but just to extend a current set of subsidies that are already rife with fraud and that are literally uncapped. You can make $500,000 a year and still get these subsidies. These were COVID-era subsidies that Democrats created under President Biden and said that we have the COVID extreme, so we want to have short-term extension. Well, COVID's over, and so we don't need those kind of subsidies sitting out there. So the plan is not just to extend subsidies, is to actually get the government back open again and to be able to work through the appropriations process. There may be some future votes. In fact, they're having a real conversation about a future vote on what those subsidies would be, but not just a straight extension.
I would have thought that the president's success with the Gaza peace deal will put a little bit of pressure, certainly on Senator Schumer, to maybe come to the table and start talking here, because that's a huge success for the president.
It's a huge success for the president. Interestingly enough, Senator Schumer yesterday said every day this gets better for us. When he's talking about politically for Democrats, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Literally, the military is not being paid. We have federal families that are in federal workforce that they're not being paid. You can't call into the IRS. You can't go through E-Verify to hire people. But Senator Schumer's focused on the politics of this, saying every day is better for us. I don't think the American people would agree with that by far. So we're trying to just say, Senator Schumer, you've got your opinions. Let's get other Democrats on board that actually want to actually function a government.
Got it. Texas National Guard troops have arrived in Illinois to protect Fed personnel and property. Anti-ICE riots are ramping up. Listen to what Illinois Governor J.D. Pritzker had to say about all this. Roll tape.
They're raiding neighborhoods where instead of going after the bad guys, they're just picking up people who are brown and black and then checking their credentials.
The Department of Homeland Security responded to this. Look, I'm going to read it. ICE and CBP officers have arrested more than 1,000 illegal aliens. We have also arrested multiple members of the gang Trendy Aragua and illegal aliens with criminal histories that include drug trafficking, child rape, and murder, among other violent convictions. Allegations that DHS law enforcement officers engage in racial profiling are disgusting, reckless, and categorically false. Mr. Senator, I thought that J.B. Pritzker's statement about hunting down blacks and browns, that is extremely divisive.
It is extremely divisive. Let me make it very clear. When ICE and CBP go in to actually do what they call a raid, that is number one because Chicago and Illinois is a sanctuary state where when someone's arrested for a crime and they know they're illegally present in the country, Chicago lets them go. They will not allow ICE to be able to come in and actually pick them up in jail, which means then now they've got to go to a workplace or to a residence to be able to go arrest someone who is a literal criminal alien. So this would be a lot easier if they weren't a sanctuary state, number one. Number two on it, they always know the name, they know the information, they know exactly who they're looking for. They're not just randomly walking through neighborhoods trying to be able to shake people down. They're going after a specific person, a specific address. Now, when they get there, if they find out there are other people that are illegal as well, they're going to also scoop them up as well. But they're going after criminal aliens at particular addresses, and they know who they are and where they are. That's why they're doing that raid in that spot.
Got it. Senator James Lankford, thanks very much for joining us, sir. Always appreciated. Thank
You
you.
bet.
Yes, sir.
Thanks. Good to see you again.